Against adjudication, 1 to 5. And I will be the first to say it. O Redeemer, forgive my criminal absence, but when all is said and done, who dares count my sins? Spare me this jury of vultures, the honey that drips from their beaks does not faze me. If I must be judged in excruciating detail, let it be known I did not choose to die here. In another life, my fate would be a throne of orchids, gargantuan, vanilla flowers would sprout wherever I walked. Here I made do with the cards I was dealt. The losses incurred demand context. Let us forfeit jargon for the narrative. To keep it simple, a man once led me to believe that if my country had a name, hope would follow. Hope would follow my country till it wouldn't. I returned to my country after my voice had become a song of desperate wings. I returned to my country hoping for a king's welcome. Instead, my country crowned me the prince of oleander. My own love, my country stabbed me and I bled a river of yarrow away from my country. I dream of riding a herd of Appaloosas across the ocean back to my country. My gaze unceasingly exilic. I look to my country knowing the burden of language, knowing that my country was uttered with a hefty price. Over and over I say my country, and this is a sin, so too the assumption that my country is without its fair share. Still, the specter of my country looms large, ubiquitous. I call for my country to no avail. Still, I long to return to a time I know did not exist. Curse my mediocre nostalgia, the audacity that makes me believe I can smell the azaleas my grandfather planted in a house I have never known. How simple the seduction of teleology. I will not deny my foul part in this. I have hung portraits of imperfect men on my walls. Call to them in the darkest of nights for warmth. Forgive my weakness. I have yet to learn what it means to live unburdened by the heroic, free of my obsession with salvation. I become my own worst nightmare. A hollow mouth, my tongue the worst kind of free of my obsession with salvation, the matters of fool's errand I know. Before open fields I yearn for a new yearning, the overcoming of the self, to be free of my obsession with salvation. I become my own worst nightmare. Osmondias rebirthed, Hellenized to be palpable, the only tragedy being an exotic one. Curse they who claim the fathomable. I long for the release of the incongruous, but demand exegesis. I am proud, and that too is a sin. I am proud, and that too is a sinless transgression. In the grand scheme of thorns, I will make no excuse for the crudeness of my tongue, save to remind those who would forget that I've had to do to my own mouth. I foamed wild mint when asked to, gurgled poppy seeds in my ancient throat, all in the name of composure, a killer grace. All language fails this moment, the confession without context. I look forward to a fair trial, if it be a promise of redemption. Judge me, and I will not scowl.